Inside Builder here. We're continuing to work on the Sexy Mum planter, and basically what we're doing today is we're filling the inside of the flower pot area. What I'm doing right now, last time I had just simply coated the walls that I had roughed up with the Dremel tool, and now my base coat of plaster has dried and nice and hard. I'm going through and I'm putting more layers of plaster on, and I'm creating a sloped area inside the flower pot. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to work it so that I've got a draft so that it's wide at the top, it's narrow at the bottom, and that will make it easier for when I pull my plug out. I'm going to need to have that draft there because it would be a little difficult to pull that plug out otherwise. So basically what we're doing, we're just taking gobs and gobs of drywall mud, and we're just simply continuing to just put it on the side and just draw it up, and we're just kind of sloping it as we go. And then what we do to smooth things out, we just take a stick and we just simply go along like so, and that just smooths everything out for us. And I'll give you a quick look inside, and then once it's is all done, then I just have to set it aside to dry here. So I'll give you a quick look inside here. And that's what it's looking like inside there. I've got to work a little bit on the bottom yet. It's still kind of rough, but you can see the sides are getting nicely sloped, and I've got a little bit more on the top side there. I've got to fill that in a bit more. Just when you use the scraper there at the wide stick there, it just smooths everything out, so you can kind of see where everything, where your high and your low spots are. And then once we get the edges, then we'll work on the bottom a little more, and then we'll flip it upside down and work on the drain hole. The next step in our project is going to be to do the sanding. Now, earlier I had went over the surface of the model, and I filled in a bunch of scratches and dents and dings and stuff with plaster, and obviously there's a lot more plaster here than I need. So what we have to do next is we just have to take some sandpaper and just very, very lightly sand the entire surface. Now you want to sand it right down and feather everything out so that you get an extremely smooth surface. Everything that is on the surface of this model will show up in the final reproduction. Okay, so you want to have this work as good as possible. Take your time and sand it right. Try to avoid the power tools, especially with the styrofoam here, because you make a mistake and you can do a lot of damage real fast with a power tool, especially sander. Power sander will take this stuff right off, and you'll be going right through the whole model before you know it. But do take your time and get it as close to perfect as you can. Because if there's any flaws in this work at this stage, it's going to show up in every copy that you make. Because once that latex mold is made, and it's going to be, your mistake will be forever printed into concrete. Okay, so you do want to take your time at this stage and get it right. And all it's necessary to just get a light sanding, and just take on all the rough spots, and just, like you see how wide this is here. I'll just zoom in so you can see it there. You can see how wide that spot is there. That's still raised above the surface of the foam. So I've still got a little bit of sanding to do in that crack, and by the time I'm done, I'm going to have actually probably a narrow little channel of plaster is all that's going to be left. So we're just going to just sand that down. You can see it's already disappearing. Every stroke. Just for reference, I'm using 150 grit sandpaper right now. You don't really want to use anything much coarser than that. In fact, you might want to go finer and just feather everything out. Use your fingertips, make sure everything's smooth. You want to be able to run your fingers along it. Don't feel any imperfections at all. Just take off all the high spots. And the whole idea of plastering here in the first place was just to fill in a bunch of bumps and dings that the styrofoam model had been subjected to when it was a store mannequin. So we want to just get everything perfect at this stage. Now the inside, well, it's still drying right now, but the inside is going to be the same procedure. I'm able to use a little holder for my sandpaper right now, but once I go inside, I'm probably going to have to do it all completely by hand, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get any tool in there effectively. But we'll find out when I get to that stage. But this is a nice way to spend a hot afternoon in the summer, and while the inside dries, you just work a little on the outside. And that's it for now. Have a good day.